ever. You can tear it up, you can burn it, you can keep it for later, whatever you want. Just do it. And, I often tell people that 24/7 during my waking hours, I am assaulted by a wall of words, just assaulted.
Yeah.
And I have no choice but to put them on paper because that's how I get relief. That's how I purge those thoughts. And that's why I was so exceptionally proud of you, not just for doing it, but you came up with a pretty amazing piece.
Well,
And
again,
of course,
it's so hard for me to see things that I do as amazing. That's part of my hang up personally, but I do really appreciate that. And Stephen, I know exactly what you're saying, and because I've always sort of been the same way, where I have so much to say and so much that I just want to puke out and get rid of. Sometimes it does come out as just completely random words or random emotions or feelings or whatever. And even with this piece that I wrote, that you guys will hear tonight on Desert to Desert, that's how I started. I just wrote down, because it was very hard for me to put it into words. This point of injury care, this care under fire sort of situation. It's very surreal to me. It's very, very personal, deeply personal to me, and that's where I started, was just writing down, okay, what stood out to me during those, and like things that came to mind were like the smells and what I saw and what I felt, and eventually it turned into something really without me knowing it. It only took I think 20 some minutes to write the whole thing.
Which actually was very impressive, by the way.
Yeah, I didn't even notice that, and I put the time on the piece just because that's what Ghost does, and I want to be like Ghost, and I always thought that was kind of cool. But I thought it was really, really neat to put it all together and to put it into words. It kind of shocked me.
Well, let me ask you this: if you can describe the words, if you can find words to describe what it felt like when you completed that piece and reread it. What was it? What was it like? A weight off your shoulder? What? Explain to me what it felt like to you.
Oh, dude, it was, and it's very weird for me because I talk about this stuff on the show all the time, and I'm not one of these folks that struggles to talk about the things that I went through, but this was a whole different level because this was that actual. I was trying to paint the picture for someone and to put them in those boots, so to speak. And when I got done, I was tired. I was kind of drained, but there was also a little bit of peace there. That yep. Oh man, I can share this side of me, this experience with somebody else, and maybe just maybe they'll actually feel it a little bit. And I wrote this thing during that last really bad bout of insomnia I was dealing with, and I don't think it's a coincidence that actually shortly after I wrote that, within the next couple of days there is when I started to get sleep again. I'm not saying that was the cure or anything like that, but I do believe it helped.
Well, I can tell you the tiredness you felt was what I call emotional exhaustion, because when a piece comes to me and it's poisoning me until I get it out, it's such an emotional release to finally get those words and thoughts and feelings and emotions out on paper that I reach a point of emotional exhaustion and sometimes an emotional paralysis where all I could do is take a deep breath and feel like another drop of poison has been released from me. Another bit of that pain, another bit of that hurt, another bit of that sorrow has been released from me, and it's exhilarating and exhausting at the same time because, I look at the words dancing upon the paper and I'm like, wow, I just created that from whatever turmoil is going on within, and it feels so good to get that bit of storm out of my brain, out of my heart, out of my soul. And that's what you were feeling. You were feeling emotional exhaustion because you tapped into a part of your emotional side that you've been hiding for years, A, You knew it was there, but you didn't acknowledge it because you were afraid of it. Because a lot of times, especially warriors, we have those feelings that we don't want to address because they hurt way too much. And when we come face to face with ourselves and we look inside and we reach into our guts and we grab out that hurt and that pain and we turn them into words, which creates an image on paper, that's where the true healing comes from, you know. Mm-hmm. And we can't be afraid. We cannot be afraid of what's going on inside of us. We have to acknowledge it. Next, we have to accept it. And next, we have to embrace it. And once we embrace it, then we grab it and we go forth and we do good things with it. So to help ourselves and to help others and to grow and learn and change. And that's the key to everything for me with my writing, is acknowledge what's going on inside, accept it, embrace it, write it, feel it, share it, and help. Those are the steps. And again, if you're writing something, listeners who are out there, if you're writing something and it scares you what you wrote on paper and you're afraid to share it with somebody, you don't have to share it with anybody until you're ready, until you really embrace those deep, raw emotions that are creating a storm inside your heart, your mind, and your soul. Trust me, if it does that for you, imagine what it's going to do for others, for our warrior brothers and sisters, for the civilians out there who truly, truly want to understand and know what we're going through to support us. And that's really the key to it.
Yeah, it's it's just absolutely incredible, and I thank you for challenging me and for pushing me. It was so needed, and again, keep doing what you do, Ghost, and I'm really looking forward to tonight's show, 8 o'clock there on here on Warfighter Up Radio. Really excited to be a part of it.
Yeah, I'm excited to have you as my guest, and I really am excited to see the response that people are going to have to Freedom Wounds. I can't wait, dude.
Me too. And so I've got to take a real quick break here, so I will let you go, and we'll be talking tonight, 8 p.m. Eastern, Desert to Desert here on Warfighter Up Radio. Ghost, thank you so much, and I'm looking forward to the night.
All right, brother, take care.
All right, we'll talk to you soon.
Roger that. Out.
All right, folks, just amazing, incredible stuff. And as we're talking on the thread here, we've had some really cool guests today. And, with John Preston doing his music, Ghost talking about writing, and April makes a great point. It's finding something that gives you that outlet. Guys like Steve Gore, they do woodworking. Several guys out there, Malachias and John Jackson and so many others, do farming, some cook. It's all about finding something that helps you. And, whether it is, just speaking your mind, that's what it is for me, is getting on the radio here and speaking my mind and just being a part of the process. So find what it is that motivates you, find what it is that speaks to you, and just grab it and run with it. Absolutely incredible. And of course, my brother Tom Kaufman out there with his just amazing graphics work. That's his release. It's pretty powerful and pretty incredible when you can find exactly what actually speaks to you. So I've got to take a real quick break, folks. I've got a little emergency here I got to take care of real quick. When I come back, we're going to be diving into all the news of the day, and we've got a ton of stuff to cover. So stick around. Don't go anywhere. The best beer in radio is coming right back at you.
Trouble, and I'm caught in between. Can't change my way of doing. It's gonna lay like it falls. And if I can't go down rocking, I ain't gonna go down at all. She was a child of quiet money, loved that silver spoon. I knew she had a little wild streak. Needed breathing room. I can't be trouble, don't you know I got my ways. Spending time in the congregation, that's how I was raised. Spend a little time in trouble, don't you know I got my ways, yeah. Won't be on me and a thorn, no. Well, I'm gonna lay where I'm born, that's right, come on. And if I can't go down rocking, I ain't gonna go down at all. Said if I can't go down rocking, I ain't gonna go down at all. That's right. Come on. And if I can't go down rocking, I ain't gonna go down at all. Said if I can't go down rocking, I ain't gonna go down at all.
What's happening, my crew? This is the captain, and I need all hands before the mast on deck for a heads up. You got to dial it into Warfighter Up Radio on Thursdays from 6 to 8 Eastern, 5 to 7 Central for Thirsty Thursday with the captain. Strap in for the ride with DT before that, and you can just cruise right on down the dockside. Come hang out with me and the crew. I'm an old Louisiana boy, so I like playing that Southern rock and blues. But being as I'm so fond of sailing the Caribbean, I throw in some of that calypso country and even some reggae to really inspire that island vibe we all love so much. So, you got to tune it in to Warfighter Up Radio on Thursday evenings. Come hang out with the crew on Facebook as well. You can chat us up, send in your requests, even get somebody a shout out on the air. You do that at facebook.com/Thirsty Thursday with the captain.
There's just so much goddamn weight on my shoulders. All I'm trying to do is live my mother life. Supposed to be happy, but I'm only getting colder. Wear a smile on my face, but there's a demon inside. There's just so much goddamn weight on my shoulders. All I'm trying to do is live my mother life. Supposed to be happy, but I'm only getting colder. Wear a smile on my face, but there's a demon inside.
There's a demon inside, just like Jekyll and Hyde. All this anger inside, I feel like Jekyll and Hyde.
Is there so much god weight on your shoulders that you can't just live your mother life? The stories get old and my heart is getting colder. I just wanna be Jekyll, but I'm always fighting Hyde. You got rocks in your head, I can hear them rolling round. You can say that you're above it, but you're always falling down. Is there a method to your madness? Is it all about